Yo, what's up, chat? Okay, the music. We'll be back in a second. Let me take this off the screen real quick. How we doing? How we doing? So today, I'm not gonna lie, feeling kind of lazy. So instead of playing the game, we're gonna theoretically play the game by looking at spreadsheets. Uh, yep, that's definitely a great alternative. Let me pull this up real quick. And just on this person's songs because I like them. Because we can turn this down a little bit. That should be fine. Okay, cool. Um, bring up my monitor. Let me just see. Is there anything? Fine. I don't know. We're chilling. Okay. So this is what we're working with today. We are going to look at Meilin. We are going to check what the performances are like with Douglas, what the performances are like with Lillian, and we will also do some Marianne stuff. We'll see how that goes. First, I need to make sure we have good values. So we're going to go to our usual punching bag of Kentress 3. Now, I should have all the same stuff, and I shouldn't have to change much, unless I've messed something up. Which, honestly, is very possible. Like, I say that like it's not likely, it's very likely. Okay. So, we're looking at 783. Now, this doesn't line up because there's two values here that shouldn't be here at the moment. 772. Why is 772 not lining up? So, it's not lining up because the partner is on Lillian. So let's first double check Douglas. And we are running level 30 Douglas, which means this is 50 at the moment. 746. And yep, that's perfect. Okay, cool. So then we can add back in the 74 and the 0.16, because that's what's going to be in game, which we will check. Everything else should be correct. If we need to add in crit damage, that should be 158.1. Unless it's not counting the set, but we'll find out when we get in game. Okay. Cool. Now we need to reset until we get strike in hand on the first turn, which we did not get, so we go again. Oh no, that's auto. It is also going to be elevated a bit because we do have Douglas passive on turn 1. Although I suppose we could look for a turn 2 strike to negate Douglas passive, because we're not going to be talking too much about it since I don't really think we're going to have to. Nothing there either. Nothing there either. Okay, we have strikes. Cool. So yeah, Detonite Injector also just always procs. So what do we have right now? We have elemental advantage on. We have no additive or multipliers. So we should have 20% from Injector. So what do we have here? 158, 198 on the boss, which is exactly what we have here. Okay, perfect. So we only have Detonite Injector affecting it, and that should come out to 422. Yes. And that's with a crit because I accidentally put the crit value in. But yes. 422. Okay, good. So we know the numbers are working, at least for Douglas. Cool. So let's get this out of the way for now. Right. So now's the part where I need to remember what I'm doing with stuff. Do we have... No, we only have Aramata in hand. Okay, that's fine. So we are going to be taking this deck. Is that... Yeah, it's right thumbnail. Where's our Meilin deck? Here, okay, so we're going to be taking this deck as an example. Okay. I don't want to include crits. No, we won't include crits for now. If I feel the need to, then we will, but otherwise we won't bother. So, okay, we can include the buff amount. So if we're playing the Jewel upgrade, Passion Weakness is just... If they're already Passion Weak, Passion Weakness isn't doing anything, right? That's a weakness. Adds an... Yeah, okay. If he's already Passion Weak, then that doesn't do anything. Cool. So then, what are we adding then? Plus 20%? Cool. So Jewel is adding plus 20%. Let me not add these. I need to add that. Not that. Oh, it's just this. Cool. So in all instances, this is plus 20%. Our Armada is then not adding itself, so it is going to be plus 30, but at this point we are still at plus 20. Because nothing has changed. And then when we play Unity, so now it's going to start going up. So we get plus 30%. Yeah, for whenever Malin uses a card. So this is going to go up to... no. Actually, we can do this. We can do... No, never mind. That's going to be 50. This is going to be 80. This is going to be 110. 110. It's going to be 140. If I'm not being stupid. 170. Holy shit, this ramps up. 170. This is going to be 200. Sorry. And then 230 on the Spire hit. Cool. I don't know why this lost the thing. Actually, I do know why. Yeah, I figured that would be the wrong one. Okay, cool. So, these are going to be the same over here. And it will start the same over here. But we're going to go even further. So... Okay, let's not do that. Oh, right, I see why that's happening. Hold on. Okay. I'll fix the rest of this in a second. Okay, so this is going to go to 260. This is going to hit 290. And this is going to hit 320. Cool. And that's going to go there as well. Okay, perfect. Actually, these buffs will change. But we'll get to that in a second. And by in a second, I mean a bit later. We'll worry about Douglas for now, because it's the easier one to work with. So, do I want to even calculate Ember on this? Maybe not. We can do like some theoretical Ember calculations, I guess, but I actually just want to get rid of this now that I think about it. Grab this, move that over. Okay, cool. While we're at it, we'll just move all this over to be a bit closer. There we go. Size that out as well. Okay. So Jewel Upgrade's going to do no damage because it doesn't. So, okay. The total for this is going to be whatever that is. The total for this is going to be this plus this, and we can just drag that down. So this is those two. Perfect. Okay. So if I copy these here, it should just be the same. So that's going to copy that, and that's going to add those two. And that's going to be the same all the way down. There we go. Okay, these two are going to go there. Oh, hold on. There we go. Equals that. That's those. Bring this all the way down. And do the same here. I also need to move the numbers there, but that's fine. Okay. So Armada is still going to be 0 damage. Unity. Okay, so Unity now is going to take... Oh yeah, so we can drop this because we're not including the plus 20% or the plus 40% that would come with Eyeless, but we can later on include that if we want to. So at base, do we want to include Elemental Advantage? Sure. Let me see. Take off Elemental Advantage and we take off Crit. Sure, we'll just go with this. Oh, also we'll take level 50 Douglas. Nothing we need to do. Okay. Sure. So that means this first Unity is gonna have 20 flat on top of it. No, sorry, it's gonna have 50 on top. My bad. It's gonna have 50 on top. So looking at 253 damage. Let's see. 7, 2, 5, 3, 8. Okay. We're then gonna hit. Wait, no. What am I saying? No. That's gonna go there. This is gonna be 0. Gonna be 0. Although, okay, so because we play Unity, it's gonna pull both cards, but Douglas doesn't have a passive for that. So this first strike is gonna be more than this actually, because it's gonna hit for an 80 additive already. Okay. Cool. And then another strike. This time it's gonna have 110 flat on top of it. So this one's gonna hit for 336, 68365. Then gonna play another Unity, which is gonna bring them both back, so that's not gonna do any additional damage. Then we're gonna have another strike, at which point we're at 170. So we're looking at 420, 3992. Maybe I should ignore the decimals actually, because the game doesn't include these decimal values. Does it? I'm actually not sure if it does. We'll keep them in. At worst, it puts it off by a couple points of damage, but another strike, which is now at 200%. Which is going to be 462. So I need to turn this music up. Okay. 462, 1499. 355. And then finishing it off with Spire. So Spire is going to have a base of 150. Oh yeah, this is where the fucking giga damage comes in. So this is going to have a base of 150. It's going to have an additive of 230. But it's also going to hit one additional time for each passion card used. So it's got its base hit plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're going to just put 9 here because it's 8 plus obviously the original hit it would already have, which means this is actually going to be 587 431 546, but equals that multiplied by 9. Yeah, which is 5,000. So this is 6,801 damage on one rotation with Douglas and no gear buffs. Mm-hmm. And with no crits as well. Okay. So down here, it should start the same. We're going Jewel, Armada. Okay, it's not the same because because we start with double Unity. That's why with double strike into Unity, double strike into another Unity, double strike into Sovereignty into Spire, which is gonna make Spire do some insane damage. Okay. So Jewel again is 0. Going into Armada is 0. We don't have a 50% strike. We do have the 80% strike, which is this one. So we can fill that number in. And we also have a 170 strike. So we can fill this in as well. The rest we'll need to figure out. So. Also, I shouldn't have changed this here. I keep forgetting not to change it. Okay. So over here, 50%. See, 253, 347, 2538. Okay, and then we play Unity, which brings it up to 110. So that's obviously not going to bring its own damage. And then we have a 140 strike. Uh, 378, 6288, 629. Really? Oh, what am I doing? That's the enemy defense I just changed. Uh, 230 on additive. There we go. That I was gonna say, how the fuck is that one more damage? It's not. I'm just stupid. 9104716. Oh, sorry, 19. Okay, and then a 260. 545. 6710082. And then we pop Sovereignty. So Sovereignty is a base of 300. And we're playing it with an additive of now 290. That's going to go up to 921. 3, 5, 3. And then Spire, so that's now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Plus. Oh yeah, plus the original hit, so 12. Okay. And for the record, these will both be Spire 12 and Spire 9. So at this point, we're at 320%, which again is all just coming from our Armada being insane. And then Dragon Spire is 150 base for this one. Which is gonna give us 712, 713, 1536 multiplied by the 12 hits that it's gonna do. Gonna give us 8,000. Jesus. So by adding 2 more strikes and a sovereignty, you can nearly double your damage. That's wild. That is actually insane. Okay. Cool. So now we can calculate Lillian, and Lillian's gonna have some other buffs involved. Where is she? Lillian, here we go. Okay. Yeah, so these are both additive. We are going to be looking at a max Lillian, which is 20%. Yeah, okay. So that means Lillian is always going to have a base of 20. Not always. It's only 1 cost and below, right? Yeah, okay. Okay, cool. So there's going to be some changes over here. So from playing Jewel, we get 20%. From playing Armada, we are still at 20%. From playing Unity, we get the 30% from Armada, and that's it. So this strike being 1 cost is going to give us... We're going to get the 20 flat. Hold on. No, wait. I need to do this slightly differently. Okay, so 3 skill cards is going to give us 30%. So we're going to get 20% on each skill card. So when we play Armada, we are also going to get another 20%, which is going to come from the fact we've played a skill card. So at this point, we're talking 1 Lillian stack. Yes. Because this rule is an upgrade, so it's not going to benefit that. So this unity here is going to give us our 2nd stack, and this unity here is going to give us our 3rd stack. Same over here, we're going to have this Armada give our 1st stack, then we'll get our 2nd stack on this unity, and our 3rd stack on this unity. Cool. So this unity here, so we have 40% already. We're going to get, do it this way. So we have the 40% already. From playing Unity, we're going to get an extra stack of Armada, which is going to take us up to 70%. Yes. And we're going to get the 2nd stack, so we're going to go up to 90% here. I'm doing that right? So Jewel is 20. We play Armada, which gives us our 1st stack, which goes up to 40. We then play Unity, which gives us another stack, which takes us to 60. right? Yo, what's up, Totodile? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Oh, wait, okay. 20% per stack. If we have the 40 from Aramada already, we're getting another 20 from Aramada and a 20 from the stack, which means we should be going up to 80. Okay, never mind. Up to 80. What was I getting 30% from? Up to 80. Oh, wait, have I fucked these up? Because I added 30 every time? Wait, I might have trolled. Wait, no. Aramada is 30, right? Okay, thank fuck. It is 30. It is 30. I'm good. I'm chilling. I'm just doing some nerd shit. So, this unity here then. Okay, yeah, so it's 30% from Aramada and 20% from another stack. So yes, we are 50 up from the last one. Up to 90. Okay. So this strike now, this strike is having that 90. It's getting another 30 from another stack of Aramada, which is 120. But it's also getting 20 for being a one-cost card, so that's up to 140. This strike has those same benefits, but with another 30 coming from Aramada. That's 70. So then this unity, let's see. So this unity, so we have 20 from Jewel, 40 at Aramada, and one stack. Two stacks Aramada with that unity. So that's 90% before. We have another 60% because of the two Aramada stacks since then. So 90 is now 150. 150, 170 because we get the 20% from Lillian's third stack. From there, this strike is going to get on that 170, it's going to get another 200 from another Aramada stack. Sorry, another 30 from another Aramada stack, which is 200. And also the the stack from being a one-cost card is going to be another 20. Cool. This one is going to get an extra 30 because of Aramada, so that's going to be up to 250. And this one, Spire is going to be... Hold on. I might need to recalc Spire. Spire's 2 cost. So it's not getting the 20%. It's not getting the 20% from Lillian, but it is still getting the 30% from Aramada. So instead of going to 280, because we're not getting 20%, this actually goes to 260. Okay. That's those calcs done. I guess we can also do the extender combo now as well. So again, we have 20. We move up to 40. We start with the double strike here. So from that 40, we're going to get 30 from Aramada, which goes to 70. And 20 for being a one-cost card, so we go to 90. Up here, because of the Aramada stack, we go up to 120. We then play Unity, which, because of the Aramada stack, from that 120, we go to 150, but it's not a one-cost card. It doesn't do damage anyway. But because of that, we lose 20%, so it's actually 130 at this point. But we also get the extra stack from Lillian, so it's back to 150. Right, let me see. So, okay. Jewel 20, Aramada, because the Lillian stack is at 40. From this, we get another Lillian stack, which means we go from 40 to 60. And we've also had, let me just write 60. And then we've also had 2 more Aramada procs since then. So that's going to be another 60 in itself. So it should be 120. Hold on. 20 from Jewel. We then play Armada, which being a skill card means we get the extra 20 from Lillian. We then play Strike, which will get 30 from Armada, another Strike, which is another 30 from Armada. And then we play Unity, which is 20 from Armada, 30 from Armada, and 20 from Lillian stacks. So that's going to be those make 50, those make 50, 150. Okay, no, we were right. Okay, it's 150. Cool. That unity is 150. Off of this 150, the Strike is going to get 30 from Armada, 20 for being a 1 cost. So that's another 50 that we're getting, so that's up to 200%. Again, we're getting 50 from Armada, 20 for being a 1 cost, so it's up to 250%. No. It's not up to 250 because it's not an additional from the previous, so it's just up 30. So 230%. This unity is the same as this one, but we now have 2 more Armada stacks, bringing it to 210. 210. Plus itself being played, so it's 240. And then we have another stack from the Lillian passive, which is 20, brings us to 60. Do this as well. Okay. Alright, let me just make sure these line up real quick again. So, the 20 from Jewel, a skill card being played gave us another 20 from Lillian. Then a Strike being played. But if I do it here actually, so it looks better for me. So a Strike being played is 30, another Strike being played is another 30, Unity being played is another 30, plus proccing Lillian again for 50. This Strike is another 30, Strike is another 30. And then this Unity is another 50, also because of Lillian passive. So these two make 100, 200, 300, 360. Really? That doesn't sound right to my brain. What did I fuck? Jewel 20. Armada is getting 20 from Lillian. Strike. Strike should be going up. Should I add the Lillian in post? I think I should. Okay, I'm gonna do Lillian in post. I feel like that's gonna make more sense to my brain. So we will, for now, we will count Lillian stacks, but not Lillian 1 costs. So I can pay attention to the stacking properly. So ignoring the 1 cost here, we'll add that in afterwards. From the 40% we have, we are getting 30% for an Armada stack, which goes to 70. And yeah, Lillian's factored into that, so that goes up to 70. Yeah, that makes sense, okay. From the 70, we're going to go up to 100. Unity is going to go up to 150 because we have 2 things going on to it. The Strike is then going to gain 30 off of that, which is the 180. This Strike is going to gain more, it's going to go to 210. Then off of this Unity from 210, adding up to 260. Okay, this is all adding up. Okay. So then this 230 is actually going to be 290 because of the Armada stack. Another Armada stack here brings us to 320. Over here, Sovereignty is going to get buffed by 350. 250, and then Spire by 380, and that's all just because of Armada. And then if we add in the one cost benefit, it's going to be 20% to all our one cost cards. So this is actually going to go up to 90. This is going to go up to 120. This strike here is going to go up to 200. This strike here is going to go up to 230. This strike here is going to go up to 310. This one here up to 340. Sovereignty and Spire are both 2-cost cards, so they don't receive the Lillian benefit. Okay, cool. We're getting somewhere. That's all the multipliers taken care of. Now to do the damage. Okay, so let's just clarify that this is a skill card, this is a skill card, this is a skill card. Skill. Cool. So for a strike hitting 140%, do we have a value for that? We do. This is a 140% strike. Wait. Yeah, because this is all additive. We have no multipliers in any of this. This is all additive. So we can literally just pull values over at the moment. Because this is plus 30%, this is plus 20%. Lillian is both additive benefits and... Oh, I can't pull these over because they pull from a different... Yeah, that's the reason I can't pull them over in the first place. Cool. Card value, 100. We do have to recalc all of these, as annoying as that kind of is. So we're starting off with a 140% strike. Why do I have an element boost here? I also have it here. Okay, it's fine. It's because of the passion set. Wait. But why would I include the passion set? No, I'm stupid. It's not the passion set. It's the passion piece that's in the middle. Which really, I should have actually turned this up to what an actual passion piece looks like. Does it matter? No. Because this only multiplies final times final card. But by that point, the numbers are set in stone. That's also why critting doesn't matter. Okay. Yes. Cool. So yeah, 140 additives, going to give us 272. Because the multiplier that came in earlier, yep. And we're talking about strike, so that's 100%. So, okay. The expected damage on this strike. Why are we running the 30% for her own and not the 20% per passion? What, for Rising Dragonspire? Or does Aramata have a... Oh, we run the passion one because we're talking about a melee combo, so this gives more. That's why. I mean, you could, if you wanted, run this one for 20%. But especially, like, for the combo that we're looking at, you're not going to have the AP for it. I mean, maybe you can find the AP, but are you going to be able to play enough cards to beat out the 30%? I don't know. Veronica has free card draw, but you still need AP. And yeah, if you want to run Veronica, you can. But that's not, like, necessarily the point of what we're testing. What team are you running? The team doesn't matter for this. We're testing the difference between Douglas and Lillian. So the team doesn't matter. Because as long as it's the same in both situations, it doesn't matter what you're running. So yeah, if you wanted to, like... Okay, yeah. If you're running, like, Malin Veronica or Malin Selena, whatever you want to do, and you want to maximize her damage, yeah, I could see why you'd want to run the other one. But for the sake of this, we're just comparing damage between two partners. Send me the calcs. This is on a private sheet, so not really, no. But there is in my server, I do have like a public one that people can just do their own calculations on. Where is it? Yeah, this is just like a public one I made. This is the same thing I use. It's just not got my calculations on it. But Flame Dragon Jewel are you running? For the purpose of this, we're running this one that increases attack card damage and adds 1 Ember when using attack card. I just like this one because I like upgrades, so it's nice to get it out the deck. Although actually I say that they're all upgrades, but like this one, obviously that's the base one. This more card damage. You could go for this one, to be honest. They're all upgrade? Yeah, I realize now. I don't like this one because 1, it's 2 cost, and 2, it requires you to break the enemy. This one's fine, but you could literally just reset if you really wanted to crit that badly. It's better? Probably. Yeah, I know it does. But you can also just hit them when they're already broken as well. When he applies, but no, it also applies when they're already broken. So you can proc it multiple times. So having 5 Ember is really nice. But you need to plan around when you break them. So yeah, if you have an enemy, like if you're doing, arguably, if you're doing 9/9 Kentress, yeah, you could take this one. Most other enemies break enough that you can benefit from this. It just kind of depends what content you're running. But yeah, as long as you're taking one of these, oh shit, one of these, you're fine. These other 3 are just kind of whatever. No one really cares about these 3. Let's do this. Huge mailing guide. I would take a look at that at some point. I'll keep it open for now. I never considered Douglas. Let me just tell you, you should be considering Douglas. You should definitely be considering Douglas because okay, here's the thing that's insane with Douglas. Is he cooking? Okay, so here's the thing with Douglas, right? Douglas has where's my game? Let me get out of this. Let me get out of this. Where is okay. So he has at the start of battle, you get the 16% damage. No one cares about that. This 16% is a multiplier, but it is a multiplier to his base attack value. Or to Malin's base attack value. So you can already see, comparing a Max Douglas to a Max Lillian to a Max Marianne, he has the highest final attack. And this is like one of the only ways to increase that. It's very rare to get a partner multiplier, or just like a multiplier to your final attack. So let me give an example with some numbers quickly. So okay, even if we just look at this, so if we have a card with a base of 100, we have the same potential, same multiplier, same additive. Douglas is hitting harder than Lillian. Also, your question about the base over here, this is the level 50 base stats, but it's not insanely lower. And we can even add this here, by the way. If we put 320% here, Douglas hits harder than both of them. If you want to throw in having an advantage, if you want to give them vulnerable, if you want to have like 180% crit rate or crit damage, yeah, he's clearing them. If you want to give Okay, let's give Lillian the benefit of the doubt. Let's say you have a maxed out Lillian with her full buff, which is 20% for a 1 cost and then 60% for 3 stacks. That's another 80% on top, so 400%. He falls a little bit behind. And that's kind of why I'm doing this, to see like what it looks like in a full combo. But considering you need a full stacked P5 Lillian to beat him out, honestly, it's not a bad trade-off. Let me see. If you have only 2 stacks, then you're going to be at 380. 380. 380, you're now tied. If we want to add a multiplier, like Eye of the Eyeless, right? Eye of the Eyeless is 40%. Let's throw in these multipliers. Then she's losing again. Like, you start adding multipliers and she's down again. So it's definitely close. Oh, and also, okay, actually here's a fun fact. Not that way. Change it here. Yeah, so when you increase the base card cost as well, he's still higher. And also, there's this post that someone made about why you should use 3-star Douglas instead of 4-star Ratochka on Haru. And yeah, it turns out 3 stars are kind of crazy. Douglas has no utility. Lillian's support skill is a reason why she's strong. Yeah. You draw a 1-cost card 1 time and do 100% to all enemies. Douglas does 120% to all enemies, which is more. He's 1 cheaper. And yeah, you don't get to draw a 1-cost card 1 time. But like, okay, let's take a look at Meilin, right? Where's Meilin? Over here. Right. Tell me, here, the only thing Lillian can draw is Strike. That's the only thing Lillian can draw. Strike. No, it's not the move 2 skill. It's only an attack. Lillian only draws attacks. I'll even pull this up in game. Combatant's attack card with a cost of 1 or less. And then over here, draw 1 attack card from the assigned combatant. It's not skill. It's only attack. So, like, your utility on Meilin is you pull an extra strike. Right? If she pulled any card, I could see the argument. Because, yes, if she could pull another Unity, that's insane. Right? That's really, really good. But because it's limited to attack, that's the problem. No, even then, it's draw, right? Yeah, that's the other issue. It's draw, not move, for her ego skill. So yeah, you would have to use it before using Unity, which, again, 1 strike just isn't worth it. I'm gonna compare to Douglas? Yeah. And then the thing is as well, that I don't know if I'm gonna work on it today, but eventually I'll take a look at it, is for Marianne, she only works when the enemy is broken. If I'm remembering it correctly, let me double check. Yeah, so 15% when they're in break state. And yeah, they always deal weak point damage, but if you're doing a passion fight, then they're always weak to passion anyway. So honestly, Douglas might be better than running Marianne. Scarlet is her best in slot. True, I need to have a look at Scarlet as well. 20% multiplicative is crazy. Oh yeah, focus is 20%. Yeah, focus. I was confused. Focus is 20%. Yeah. Scarlet's thing is usually. Yeah, I'll take a look at Scarlet eventually as well. I'm not sure if he can really beat out Scarlet, but we'll see. But then also, dude, trying to get Scarlet to pain. Can you even buy Scarlet? I don't even think you can, right? Oh no, you can buy Scarlet. Okay, you can buy Scarlet. Yeah, you can. I know there's some you can't buy. But did they add the others? I don't know. Should we? I don't know if they added her or I'm just misremembering, but yeah, you can buy it. Yeah, Unity, Strike, Strike, Dragon Spire. Yeah. Ideally, Strike, Strike, then Unity, then Strike, Strike. But yeah, that's also why I have like the two combos I'm looking at. So this one is like you set up Jewel and Aramada. Zero. Stop. You set up Jewel and Aramada. This one is assuming that you like wouldn't have the AP to play one cost strikes, so you start with Unity. This one is assuming you can play two strikes and your sovereignty as well. But I think you need 5 AP for that combo. If you set this up at a different time, then you need. Is Armada 1 or 0? I don't fucking remember. Armada is 1. Okay, yeah. So you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, you need 7 AP for this one. Yeah, Talent. Yeah. Breaks if a teammate plays the card. Yeah, that's the only slightly annoying thing about it. But I don't know. Like a lot of people complain about Rin because of her whole mechanic of like, oh, you can't play other people's attack cards. Then get rid of their attack cards. Like what? I literally run like Selena with Rin because it's just an easy way to have damage without playing attack cards. And it's perfect. Yeah. What is it? 0. Okay. My cat's being weird. Right. All right. Let me reset these. Okay. This can go. That can go. This is all the same. Okay. Alright, let's start working on this then. So the first strike is 140. It really helps that there's no multipliers involved with this, otherwise we'd be here for much longer. Wait, I can just copy these. Yeah, I forgot. Because it's all additive, I can just copy these over. Wait, no, I can't. Never mind, ignore me. Because of the base attack, I can't.
Hello, motherfucker.
Hey, Ivar, what's up? How you doing? Welcome. Alex, I'm for memory frag. Oh, don't get me started on fucking memory fragments, dude. Literally don't. Dude. Fuck me, man. Do not get me started on calcs. Serious nerd shit is going on? Yup. Indeed it is. Chironite better than Foggy Crystal Ball? Dude, you're asking me to remember some numbers I don't remember. Hold on. Hold on. Exploration. Which one of these? That's replica core. Oh, that one's crystal ball. 0, come here. Um, for Malin. Oh, I see the. Good question. I feel like Crystal Ball. Because think about it. So 0, stop. Need to move this before he starts attacking it. Okay. Okay, hold on, actually. Maybe it is Chimera Knight. Because we're talking. Hold on. Let me put this on my other monitor. Yeah, dude, Aggressive Mutant is crazy. Aggressive Mutant is a really nice card. So, okay. We can remove the stat counts from here. So, okay, let's see. Wait, am I dumb? I am dumb, but I'm trying to figure out why. That's why. Okay. So in this case, let me get my game up. Okay. So 40, that doesn't get affected. 160. But then you're comparing that to 35, 35, 35, 35, 35. Okay, for this one, it's better to go with Chimera Knight. Let me check these. So 40, 40. Oh wait, no, because these are because these aren't zero cost. But they wouldn't be affected by either anyway, so we still start it from here, and this is the same thing. Never mind. Yeah, Chimera Knight should be stronger. Can I please? Thank you. Oh my god, my fucking cat. 1 second. Okay. There's fucking destroying shit. Okay. But yeah, even with the caveat of draw, in on like an ideal turn, it should be doing more damage. Uh, do 170 over here. Okay, he's gone outside. Okay. Oh my god, please. 98. 5897. Okay, this one's 220. Uh, 70. 3. 2. Gonna be close. So then Spire's 150 in the setup. 150. Yo, thanks for the follow, man. Appreciate it. Thank you. The lunch craft, yeah, I back at lunchtime, so it's cowcraft.com back. We'll do. And I'm gonna have this as part of a video soon as well, so don't worry, we'll have the numbers out there. Yeah, no, enjoy your food, man. Let's see, so this is 260 because it's not getting the 20% anymore. 6, 7, 5, 6. Oh my god, it's actually less. What the fuck? And that's for the 260 Dragon Spire. Okay. Right, let's do the long combo and see what happens. Uh, Again, I need to stop changing the card base here. You have opened my eyes. I was hearing some rumbles about Douglas, right? I was hearing some rumbles about it. Um, and then someone mentioned it a few days ago, and then I showed it before, but then this Reddit post came up about Douglas over Ratochka, and now I'm gonna go on an arc of just testing out all these 3 stars because apparently those base attack multipliers are going crazy. And it's also nice because, dude, if you ever needed a reason not to pull the rate up partners, here you go. 3 stars are insane. And this is a P5 Lillian. This is a maxed Lillian. This isn't a base Lillian. This is a max duplicate Lillian. That's losing. For Luke to clear crab, yeah, I'm not surprised. I think I've seen that too. I'm not sure. I know someone posted a crab kill with Luke in the Discord at one point. But yeah. Okay. So now we start over here. It's 90%. Okay. 120 strike. Let's see. Or next time it's a 200. Uh, 6, 9. Next is 230. Where are we? Oh yeah, 445. I feel bad because I'm just jamming out to music and YouTube doesn't get to hear it. Twitch does. YouTube doesn't because copyright likes to fuck people. Maybe for the next time I do calculations, I'll just find some like non-copyright lo-fi jazz or something. Since it's relaxing. Yeah, that is consistent. Damn, that's a big jump. Okay, 543. 543. 8628. 66. Okay, and then one more strike, which is at 340. Right, 580. 660. 38. Then we have sovereignty, which is a 200 base. Sorry, 300 base on sovereignty. So 300 base, and the multiplier for this is 350. That's 39103. And then 380% on Spire, which is 150 base. Yep. 50 base. And a 380 multiplier. So it's going to be 703. 822. 944. And that hits 12 times. That is significantly closer. But it's still less. Barely. It's less by 2 damage. Like, it is barely less. And actually, when did it fall behind? Immediately. Interesting. So the same happened here, actually. Oh, I see. Okay, I see what's happening here. Right, right, right. Okay, so Douglas is putting out less damage until you play Spire. And Spire is what's tipping it over the edge. But because in this combo you have so many more attacks, Spire has a bit less contribution to like the total damage. Interesting. And this is looking at them though with no multipliers. So God, now I want to run more numbers because I want to check it with Eye of the Eyeless and with Dopamine Injector. Because that's 52%. So let's see here real quick. So let's compare. Okay, let's go here and compare the final strikes. So this is 200 versus 250 for multipliers. But we're gonna look at, where is Eye of the Eyeless? On a dopamine injector. Oh, sorry, dopamine's 20%. Okay. So we take a look at, let's take just a base one with Eye of the Eyeless, which is going to be 60 on the multiplier. And we're comparing strikes, so that's going to be 100 base. And honestly, let's throw in elemental advantage as well. So we're comparing. Let's remove those first to make sure we're still lining up. What else is different? All right, the multipliers. Let's change these to 0. So there's the 462 there, and the 470 over on the right side. We throw in Eye of the Eyeless and Dopamine Injector onto both, and Douglas is winning. What about just Eye of the Eyeless? They're basically tied with just Eye of the Eyeless. Let's throw in advantage. Bit of a bigger gap, but still very similar. Let's turn to look at. What's the specification for Eye of the Eyeless? 40% on basic cards. But that's fine, because the only thing here that's not a basic card is Spire, where it's already winning because of its base multiplier. So the only other thing you would even look at is Sovereignty. And Sovereignty is 300 base. That should favor Douglas. And it does. Okay. Right. So, as long as you either that's high, yeah. That's 300 on Sovereignty, right? Yeah, it is 300. Okay. Let's compare these two Sovereignties we were looking at. So it's a 290 versus a 350 in that combo. So 290 versus a 350. Yeah, it wins out. We remove the advantage. Yeah. Wow, okay. So, as long as you have Does it even need to be a high enough, or can it just... Yeah, because it's already winning in this battle. If we look at 320 on 380. 320 against 380. It's winning. Take off the advantage. It's at... Wow, okay. So... the only time even a fully stacked Lillian beats out Douglas at any point in their combos is when you are using a strike with only additive bonuses. And I mean only additive bonuses. Let me take a strike I can compare here. So a 260 to a 340. Take a look. 260 to a 340. Yeah. It's just too high of a multiplier to overcome. Then even here where it's 200 versus 250. 200 to 250. Okay, yeah. So if you only have additive bonuses, then Lillian will do more damage on strike specifically. The second you start talking about multipliers, okay, not advantage ones, but general multipliers, then it starts closing the gap quickly. At 0.4, it starts winning. So if you can at least get Eye of the Eyeless on your Maylin, Douglas will outperform Lillian. Just in every, like, facet. He already outperforms when we start talking about Spire, slightly less when we start talking about longer Spire combos. But you get any kind of multiplier and you're just ahead. That's insane. So yeah, you can see as well 3345. Oh, this is talking sovereignty though. So 2424 to 2561. And then 1514 to 1609. Yeah. So if you're just talking strikes, you really need an Eye of the Eyeless to be able to keep up. But as long as you have that, you are just ahead. That's insane. That is really, really insane. And like, there's also other sources of buffs you can get, right? Like, where is? Well, there's Mika. Okay, that's an additive 8, actually. I thought it was more. It's an additive 8. That's just drawing by an ability. Yeah, that's insane, man. And we're also not talking about Douglas's turn 1 damage as well, because to be fair, that's only on turn 1. Though if you were going for like a 1-turn kill on something, yeah, definitely take Douglas. But that's funny. Also, this deck is horrendous. I need to get a better deck, but I'm too lazy at the moment. Okay. Do I want to run Marianne numbers? Probably not. I just don't think Marianne provides enough, man. Also, I can take her off of here. I forgot to remove her fucking, like, weeks ago. Break state. Like, I feel like this is meant to be for Lin, but it's just not good enough. I'm curious how many break state hits you need for it to be worth it, but it's going to change for every enemy, man. Every enemy. So how do we factor Scarlet into this? Let's work on it. Let's work on Scarlet. What, it's only been like an hour? Yeah, let's work on Scarlet. So, we need these down here. No, we don't. We need this to go out to the side, which I don't have room. Hold on. This is gonna go here. Yeah, the main issue, like, with trying to calculate it is that when an enemy breaks is gonna change depending on the enemy. You would need to, like, math it out for a specific boss or something, like for Kentris or whatever. Which is kind of a pain, and I kind of can't be bothered. But you could calculate, like, how often you need to break an enemy for it to be more worth. But I really can't be bothered, I'm gonna be honest. That is an endeavor that I will let someone else do if they care enough. Okay. What's her name? Scarlet. That's it. We do P1 because it's a 5-star. We're not calculating a P5 5-star. So, okay, let's see. She's gonna have the same 97 base, so we can calculate it with this, actually. Okay. That's all fine. That's all the same. That's fine. Take off elements for now. Reset that. Okay. Yeah, this 20%'s a multiplier, which is fucked. She's down to 30%. Using 2 or more cards applies focus. I'm guessing this is just any cards then. That's the annoying thing. I don't have all the fucking 5-star partners. Okay. We'll ignore this for now. Yeah, let me check that in game. It also is just like that loose of a definition. Okay, it's just cards. Okay. Cool. So calculating for her isn't going to be horrible. It's going to be a little inconvenient, but it shouldn't be too bad. We'll do the same thing we did before, where we'll take the normal buff amounts, and then we'll just add the extra on top at the end. Which actually, since that's the case, let me bring these numbers back. So we need to remove the 20%. Oh no, this fuck no, because this is also including the other stuff. Okay, never mind. I'll leave them because we're just gonna write over them. Okay. Cool. So yeah, starting off with. Okay, so we need to add 15% from the first card, another 15 from that, and those are additive, and then we also have the 20% multiplier that kicks in. How do I want to list out the multiplier? I did not think this through. That's the public calculator. I guess I could literally just add an extra row. It's not gonna look as good though, because that's not lined up. Fuck. Oh no, I know how. Do I have like the? I don't think I can do it with this keyboard. Yeah, no, I can't. Okay. There we go. We're just gonna do that. Does it look as good? No, but it doesn't matter. As long as I can read it, I can just explain it in the video. It's fine. Is that right? Oh yeah, it is. Never mind. Yo, what's up, Frost? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Okay, we'll add this to all of these as well. It's annoying because all of these are just gonna say 30% anyway, but I need this to make my brain happy. Um. Okay. Cool. So that's 15%. That's 30%. When does this kick in? Using 2 or more applies focus. Wait, so is it the first card gives 15, and then from the second card it's already 50%? Well, 30. Let me actually clarify this real quick. This should be plus 30. Okay. Um, During damage testing, yeah, we're comparing the damage of Douglas and Lillian, or we were comparing the damage of Douglas versus Lillian for Mei Lin. And now we're factoring in Scarlet and seeing where she falls into it. And the TLDR is literally grab yourself. Let me find this. I'm just getting into the game. You don't need to know all this. I'll tell you now, you don't need to know all this. If he beats Scarlet, that is wild. I don't think he will, because Scarlet has a multiplier, but we'll see. We will see. Especially on the longer combos where that shit kicks in for a long time. I don't see him beating out Scarlet. King God Castle? I've never heard of it, but fair enough. Oh yeah, I was looking for an item. Where is it? Okay. As long as you can grab yourself this little thing here, Eye of the Eyeless, then Douglas is better at every point of your combo. If you don't, he is still better if you factor in using Aspire at the end of your combo. But Strike itself is weaker. But if you get Eye of the Eyeless, Strike is also stronger now. So this item makes Lillian very unnecessary. There's also other items you could use as well, to be fair, but this is an example. I'm at the second Chaos. Oh yeah, this one comes from the event Chaos. Yeah, from this one. I don't know if you can get it in the other Chaos modes. I'm actually not sure. I think it's new for this event, but... yeah, the general TLDR is don't pull partners. This shit, don't do it, man. Don't pull this shit. If you really want them, just get them from here whenever you get enough points. Where is it? Here. Here, what should I be going for? I'm gonna be honest, the game is really well balanced. You can make literally everyone work. Like, people have cleared all the content with everything. Like, genuinely, it's just whoever you like the most. If you really want to know, like, some of the best characters at the moment, let me go, Agent Collection. Okay. Khalip is super comfy if you just want someone who tanks really well and does a ton of damage. Khalip is a really good one to pick up. Mei Lin is just really insane, and she can make things weak to passion, so it helps her a lot. Veronica is really strong. Hugo is really strong, especially if you pair him with Tressa, who is a free 4-star. Haru is really strong if you manage to get her. Selena is insane. Mika is just a good general support for everybody. Cassius is a great buffer. Nia's good. Ray's good. There's a lot. I have Rin. Rin's really good as well. The reason a lot of people don't like her is because the way her mechanic works. So you have this Dark Mist stance, if another combatant plays an attack card, you lose your stance and you need to reactivate it. And a lot of people don't like her because of that. But literally, you just pair her with people who don't need to attack often. There's a few different options. Ray is really, really nice for her. Mika, you should just, if you're doing a chaos run, just always bring Mika. It just makes your life so much easier. So you could run Mika and Ray. You can also bring Selena, which is going to help with AoE. Tressa, Rin together. That's not too ideal because Tressa is going to break Rin stance constantly. So I would not bring Tressa with Rin. It's going to make Rin so much harder than she needs to be. I want Rin above all, but I can't pull her. Dude, someone in my server just got like their third Aulia dupe. And I'm like, dude, can I have one? I'd like an Aulia. That would be nice. Or Aulia would be good. I fucking wish, man. I have 3 Aulias? Brother, give me one. What the fuck? Rin, Ray, Aulia is good. I could see it. I could see that being good. I'd love to test it, but, you know, a bit fucking hard. I'm so sad because I got her in the playtest and I did not get to test her as much as I wanted to. But yeah, dude, there's tons to learn about this game. Like, you'll always be learning new stuff. A pay-to-win game? No. Not at all. Like, when I say you can make anything work, literally you can make anything work. The only thing that matters is how good are you at making decks. If you can make a good deck, you can clear anything. Like, okay, for context, we just got the... Okay, I'm not going to say it's hard, but we just got the hardest piece of content in the game, which is a boss called Kentris with 9 debuffs on him. People have used people call Luke like the worst 5-star in the game. People do not like Luke. Luke has killed it in 1 turn. Like, it's... Look, man. You don't need to swipe. You don't need to get dupes, whatever. Insane at E2? I know his E2 is insane, yeah. Yeah, this one is really nice. Also, to add to it, we have the wooer thing, where you can buy 2 dupes in the shop with like your rebate currency. And also in events, we get a currency that lets you get a dupe for free. Which one is it? Oh, is it not on the first supply? Okay, it's either in the second or third supply we get it, but we're going to get an item which can be used as a free duplicate for any 5-star. It's on the second one? Oh, okay, yeah. So in 11 days. How's the content creation part of it? I mean, I don't know. Most of the content I've been working on, I mean, now it's like this kind of like spreadsheet stuff. But it just depends if... Because, okay, this is a roguelike game at the end of the day, right? So if you enjoyed watching like Slay the Spire content, Binding of Isaac content, Darkest Dungeon content, that kind of stuff, the content for this game is similar. It's just that every 3 weeks we get to yap about the new banner unit. But I think if you want to make content for this game, you're gonna need to be more entertaining to watch than some other gacha games. But it depends what kind of content you want to make. I make math content. I just need to make sure I'm not wrong. And that's good enough. The dupe just does leveling? No, dupes will give like other things for a character. Like these are the dupes here. So you will get other things for characters, and dupes are strong, don't get me wrong. Dupes are really, really strong for some of the units. But you don't need these at all. This is the first rate up character, and then this is the current rate up character. Like... So yeah, dupes do have an effect on units. You just don't need them. Which is nice. Dude, I don't know... Okay, so I assume you guys didn't see the video I put out earlier today. One thing that was really cool to see, I don't really know if I can actually pull this up. I guess I could just pull up the video, to be fair. Let me find this. Where is it? It was during the part where I was fucking yapping about Yuki. Okay, yeah. So this is something they said in like the post they put out today. They said internal data shows that Yuki already performs well in battles against 2 or more enemies. So simply increasing her numerical values was deemed to carry a high risk of overbalancing the agent. Which makes it sound to me like they don't actually want to power creep shit in this game. Like if they're actually concerned about things being too strong, honestly, that makes me happy. Like, the less power creep, the better. So, it seems like power creep won't be much of an issue, and based on the first 2 banners, and honestly the sad state of partners, it's probably not gonna get too out of control, at least anytime soon. Alright, take it easy, man. Thank you for the follow as well, I appreciate it. Thank you. Alright. Let's get back onto Scarlet Calcs. So, where was I with this? Okay, so we should be taking these percentages up here because there's no like additional value to these. So let's see, this is Unity 50. Oh fuck. Unity 50, Strike 80. Oh my god, okay. Wait, no, there are additional values to this. I'll add them in a second. Okay. So the strike is 80, this one's 110. Okay, you know what? Wait, what? Oh, I'm fucking stupid. Okay, these are the unbuffed values. Oh my god, why am I being an idiot? Where goes that? Okay, cool. That's for the multipliers. Okay. So I don't know if it procs before or after, but it actually doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay. So here we're going to get an extra 15% from getting 1 stack of Scarlets. So that's going to be 35. Might be tough to calculate. It shouldn't be too bad. This one is going to get 30% from 2 Scarlet stacks. And it's going to get the 20% multiplier. And that's just going to be how it is for the rest of these. So this is an extra 30% as well from 2 stacks. And the 20% multiplier. But I'm literally going to do this at this point. Okay. Like literally everything is just going to be up 30%. And then get the 20% focus multiplier. Yeah. This is going to go up 30 to 170. It's going to go to 200. It's going to go to 230. And 260. Yeah, this is going to be very difficult for Douglas to outperform. Like, wildly difficult for him to outperform. This again, we're getting 15 here for 35. And there's no multiplier yet. On this one there will be, so 30 to 50. I messed up this one. 1 second. That's not plus 30, 20, that's... Yeah, no, it should be 50. Okay. And then this is from... Wait. Oh wait, these are all off now because they were all down by 30. Right? No. Well, I think Unity from 50 is getting one Armada stack, which is 30. And it's going, so that should be up 60. So that should be up to 110. Right? Dude, why does my brain just fail to fucking work sometimes? Okay. Jewel gets 20 and 15 from one stack. Armada gets the 35% from here. It also gets the second stack, which is another 15. That makes it 50. Cool. Unity from this 50, which is already included in it's getting the third. This is correct. Okay, it's fine. That's correct. Then here, the strike is getting the additional. Yeah, okay. So I don't know why I was overcomplicating it. This is correct. And every card played. Well, no, everything is just up 30% from where it was. So yeah, okay. Actually, there's a faster way we can do this. Up 30, up 30, up 30. Yeah, we can literally just do this. Okay, it's not gonna let me. There we go. There we go. Problem solved. Get rid of that. Okay. I'm back. How's the calcs? So, we're working on Scarlet at the moment. For these ones up here. So, here's the interesting thing. Bear in mind, we are only talking about, at the moment, we have all like this stuff up here, but we're not talking about vulnerable, elemental advantage, any of that stuff. Identical? Not quite. Here's what's interesting. So, when we use the shorter version of the combo, Douglas wins out by about 200 damage. When we use the longer version, Douglas is winning only by 2 damage. But here's what's interesting. If you look at the strike played right before, Douglas was down by nearly 100. Right? And if you look at the last strike played here, Douglas is also down by just over 100. Here's the thing. A 100% strike, Lillian does more damage because there's no multipliers. But once the card gets a higher multiplier, Douglas is better. No, it's not about the longer the combo. It's about how many strikes you play. It's about how many strikes you play. Because you can see here that Spire is doing more damage on Douglas. And same here. Spire's doing more damage on Douglas because it's Lillian loses her 20%. So look at this. If we now go over here, if we put 100% for strike, and we compare two identical strikes, right? So let's look at the last strike in both of these combos. We had 260 for Douglas, but with Lillian, it would be 340, right? So let's look at that. 260 here, and 340 here. And let's take off these multipliers here real quick, right? So you can see here, you have the 545 for Douglas, and then you have the 580 for Lillian. Yeah, that 580 and this 580, right? Eye of the Eyeless is a 40% multiplier. This puts him a little bit behind still. If we, let me include the advantage real quick. Advantage brings it closer. Oh, do you need more of the Eye than Eye of the Eyeless for base? Oh, yeah, you do, because you also need dopamine injector, don't you? Was it not higher before? It's closer, but I swear you can do better than that. Oh, did we compare the other strikes that were lower values? What were the 200 and 250s like? 200, 250. Okay, yeah. So, 200 and 250. So it is more. Marinite, we can include Marinite. I don't know how often you're going to be getting it, but where is this one? So 35%. And then for weapon, I mean, okay, if we really want to, we also include this 20% 2 per turn. So 2 stacks of this is 40%. And then 1 stack of this is 35. So 75% if you have that set up. With the shorter combo, he's out damaging. With the longer combo, I don't think he is still. Where was it? So we're looking at 260 versus 340. Versus 340. Yeah, he's just barely behind on damage. So if you want to out damage with Douglas, you need to be taking advantage of Sovereignty Inspire. Because he does way more damage on Sovereignty Inspire. Dopamine Effectal, yep. Yeah, increased damage amount. By 1 turn, 2 times per turn. Affect all teammates? I don't believe so. I think it only affects Mei Lin. I would need to double check to be sure about that, but I'm pretty sure it only affects the person with it equipped. But yeah, this is 40%. And the only condition is drawing with an ability. And fun fact, this doesn't fucking work the way it's intended. Since they're both weapons. Oh, is Chimera Knight not a relic? Oh, right, okay, yeah. But in that case, you do Eye of the Eyeless. Even better. Where is it? Eye of the Eyeless is a trinket, which is 40%. So you can, which is 40% on basic attacks, to be fair. But that would still close the gap enough for you to just always be ahead. So yeah, Douglas being better relies on you using Spire, and preferably Sovereignty as well. Why doesn't it work as intended? Let me change some stuff. This should be correct. Let's remove that. Okay. Where's Malin? Let's go through this menu, why not? Yeah, Control C is fine. Okay. So if we go here, strike is 132%, okay? And you can see on this spreadsheet here, 132%, because we're only talking about the potentials, right? So let's head into Kentrus. We need to pull a strike card. Because I can't be asked to change the numbers. Nope. Dude, this is literally half of... Whenever I'm, like, checking that numbers work, this is half of what I'm doing. Just fucking restarting this fight. Okay. We have strike here. It's meant to be 132%. It's 180. Now, there's 2 reasons. We get 16% from Douglas, right? But that's only 153. Because what this isn't telling you is that Dopamine Injector is proccing, even though it's meant to be when you draw by an ability. So we also, let me see, wasn't there something as well on this? Oh no, that's only when you draw. Okay, never mind. So this is 20%. So if you put this up to 0.36, 179.52, which rounds up to 180. IRC, that was a display issue. It's not a display issue. Let's see here. We should be hitting for 249 unless we crit. We did crit and we crit for 480. Actually came out lower. Why did that come out lower? Oh. It came out lower because of this. Is it visually bugged? Yeah, no, because that'd be way too low. Wait, why is that off so much? Yo, what's up, Salt? How you doing? Kentress has defense? Yeah, I know. 256. Oh, is it because I should be using 55? No, it's not, because that would make it worse. How much did that hit for again? 480? Why did that crit for 480? Interesting. Let me see something. Did I? No, that's still there. 225? Why is that not 225? I don't fucking know. Anyway, point is it procs. Element boost. This is from the passion piece, the memory fragments. Not the set, just specifically the piece that gives passion damage boost. I don't have it leveled up, so it's only 5%. Big chillin', good, good. But yeah, I need to find out why that didn't line up. Do I have the wrong crit amount or something? Okay, this is gonna annoy the shit out of me now. 939. Why is the attack wrong? What did I fuck up with her attack? Should be 865 without that. 448. Okay, why have I fucked up her attack stat? What have I done? Time to find this out. Debuffs from Kentress? No, I don't have any of the debuffs enabled. And it wouldn't make sense. She's doing more damage than I predicted. But it's because her attack is higher than I have it for some reason. Let me just remove this and remove this. Oh, I'm fucking stupid. Sorry. My Douglas isn't max level. That should be 50. So when that crits, it hits for 478. Okay, so it's like 2 points off. That's why. If I had the old defense value, it would be 480. So the Kentra's defense value isn't 255 or 256. It's 255 point something. Like, I don't know, 0.7 or some shit like that. But yeah. But there you go, that's why. My Douglas only has 50 attack, because he's not maxed. Yeah, it's only 50. Level 50 Douglas has 76. Okay, all good. Nothing's broken. Holy fuck. 480 damage on crit, by the way? Yeah. 480. Although, yeah, okay. This is off because, again, the whole defense thing. I've moved it between 255 and 256 so many times. But it's somewhere in between there. Unfortunately, the game doesn't tell us defense, so... also, this is now... There we go. Much better. Alright. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. Every time a number doesn't add up to what I think it should, it sends me through a fucking loop. I have spent way too much time trying to find out why a number isn't adding up the way I intend it to. Okay. That being said, we need to get back to Scarlet Calcs. Oh yeah, but anyway, so to prove the point I was making, yes, so even though dopamine injector says it's only when you draw by an ability. That's not true because it also procs at the start of every turn. Wait. Oh no. Okay. Holy shit, my brain, man. Yeah. So it procs at the start of every turn. So you only need to draw once to get both your stacks. Yeah. So I don't know why it's like this. It's something with the coding because like, Nyx doesn't proc at the start of every turn. Is it guaranteed proc on draw? Yeah. It's just whenever you draw by an ability, you increase damage. I don't remember if you can get this out the shop or not. I think you might be able to. So yeah, you have this, and then obviously you can bring Eye of the Eyeless as well for your basic attack damage. But there's probably other options as well. So funny, yeah. It's something. And it also just means it's super easy to get, like, this is almost just a free 40% in some situations. But yeah. If you run this or Chimera Knight, along with like an Eye of the Eyeless, then yeah, Douglas is going to outperform Lillian pretty comfortably as well. Look now. So 40 the 30. I mean, if you take 40 from both, it's 0.8. Then everything else should be the same. Why is this? Oh, right, because the general, yeah. Let me see. If we go to 60, yeah, you're 50 damage behind on your strikes. That's it. But the trade-off for being 50% behind on your strikes is, let's look at Spire. So 230, 260, 230, 260, and Spire's 150 base. And let's imagine that we crit here, 158.1. Like, yeah, you're clearing. And dopamine way better than Chromonite since they have the same conditional, just dopamine's 40% versus 35% from Chromonite. Assuming Chimera doesn't have the same bug, then yeah, probably. The only other thing to consider, let me pull it up. Is this has 82 base at max? This has 90 base at max. How much does that really matter? Probably like not at all. That is a thing. But yeah, I don't know if Chimera Knight has the same bug where it just procs at the start of every turn. But yeah, at least at the moment, dopamine injector is proccing at the start of every turn. So you literally just have a flat 20 out the gate. Flat 20, sorry. A multiplicative 20, but you just, at base, you already have a 20% multiplier. Anything additional? Yeah, but so is Nyx, and this doesn't happen with Nyx. Right? Because in that same example, I have Nyx on my Haru. Oh, sorry, on my Mika. And this also says when the assigned combatant draws, but even still, it's on draw and it doesn't proc. Because it says by using an ability. It's the same thing for Westmacott as well. Westmacott also doesn't proc in that situation. But I don't have Chimera Knight, so I can't tell. Do I have a Chimera Knight? I don't think I do. Yeah, I don't have one. If I did, I deleted the deck it was in. Yeah, I don't have it. Oh well. That's true, but it also still says by an ability, so I don't know, you'd have to check. If you have one, let me know what it says. Because if it is the same, then you could argue Chimera Knight is better, especially because then you can run Chimera Knight on anyone, even someone who doesn't have draw. You can just run it on anyone because it's just 35%. I'll check. All right, sounds good. Because yeah, that would be insane if it is. Hmm. I wonder if it'd be worth just making a fire build. It's the same. Wait, it is proccing on turn 1, or just at the start of every turn. No, oh yeah, I know the wording's the same. Yeah, yeah. But I'm curious if it's actually doing the same. Because that'd be kind of insane if it does. Deleted all my Chimera Knights? No! Fuck. At some point I'll check. The builds with it sucked. Honestly, understandable. Dude, I had a Mei Lin deck going the other day that was so good, and then you know what I didn't fucking get? The move epiphany. I got some other stupid shit. I was like, dude, fuck it, really? So yeah, I immediately deleted the deck. It's rough, man. But thankfully the game is fun. Otherwise I would have moved on by now. Veronica build is so crazy. Oh yeah, dude, you should see my Veronica. Yeah, look at this. Crazy Veronica. 250 memory points? Jesus. I have a bugged Mika deck that I use sometimes. But it's not like the best I could be using. Actually, okay, I say it's bugged. It's this 170, but this is bugged because I got this when I didn't even have access to 170s yet. So, even though this is possible in game, when I got it, it was a bug. Dude, I need to delete all these Mika decks, dude. These are fucking terrible. At some point, I'll go through and delete. When I get, like, the Mika deck I want, I'll go through and delete, like, all the others. 4 maneuvering fires on Vero? Where is she? Wait. Oh, yeah, it's on her. Wait, which one's maneuvering fire? It's not the one I have on Selena, is it? No, that's quick shelling. Which one's maneuvering fire? I also realized I could just do this. Oh, yes, this one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I see it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Initiation exhaust. Yeah. Wait, aren't they? Never mind. Never mind. I'll mention another time. Okay, let me see here. Where was I with this? Well, that one's obviously done because I added the 20%. So yeah, I need to go over and add the 30% to everything. Oh wait, no, I already added it by just moving everything back one. Yeah, yeah. So I just need to copy this part. I don't need to do that. There we go. Okay. Now let's go work out these. So I can actually just put the 20% multiplier immediately for this. Let's take off the crit and the advantage. Give me 20% on everything. Wait, oh my god, I fucked up. It doesn't matter much, but it is technically incorrect. I'll fix it off stream, whatever. For these calcs here, sovereignty and spire, I added in the 10% from potential, but they don't get that 10%. So that additive 10%, is coming from here. But this is only for strike. Now, does it matter? In the grand scheme of things, no. It really doesn't. But for the sake of being accurate, I will redo the spire and sovereignty numbers afterwards. Like off stream. Like I say, it doesn't really matter because both sides are losing it anyway, but yeah, I'll fix that after. Do I have a notepad open? No, I don't. Okay. There we go. I'll remember to do that after. Okay. Alright, so let's start with this. So we're starting with 110% on strike. And it's this one down. I can keep this like down here. Okay, 110. Let me make sure the rest of this is correct. So yeah, there's nothing from partner. We're talking about a flat whip. That's all fine. Yes, because we're talking strikes. I'm not gonna factor those in. Okay, cool. Yeah. Can I keep this all like? Oh yeah, I can keep this all like in frame. Perfect. Okay, so this strike is 1, 2, 3. I need to sit up. Oh my fucking back. Okay. Yeah, we'll do these calcs and then I'm gonna go chill for a bit because I have stuff to do on where winds meet, and I need to log into Blue Protocol whether I want to or not. And dude, I need to catch up on Woowa. I am so behind on Woowa. I'm pretty sure Chisa's banner just came out or was about to or something. Dude, I need to get back on Woowa, man. I have not logged in over a month. It's really bad. I really need to log into that game. Don't remind me about Chisa. Why? Nah, there's some context here that I need to know. Lost 50 and hit hard pity 3 times? Oof. Ooh, that's rough. I don't even know if I have like the pulls to get her right now. Nor do I... nor am I really in a position to swipe, but we'll see. We'll see if it gets the better of me. The problem is, I remember seeing some stuff about her best team being with like, what's her name? Kartathea? But I don't have Kartathea. So, I don't even know if I have a team to put her on. I guess I could always wait for a rerun when she gets her own teammates. We'll see. So I assume it's going to be like a Cantarella deal, where Cantarella released without her teammates. And then later it became fucking meta once Reliva came out. Remember that big of an upgrade for Cart? 7% with Sig? Damn. So is it like I was saying, like a Cantarella situation where she just doesn't actually have her teammates yet? For Chisa? According to leakers? Okay. I see, I see. 260. And I need to remember to remove this, because that's not going to proc. Supposedly 3.0 SK. I did hear that somewhere, like just scrolling through Twitter. I have heard that be said before. Which, I mean, it's fine with me. At least my fucking, at least my shopkeeper can get a fucking break for once. Like, dude, my shopkeeper has been passed around so much. Like, dude, like, don't get me wrong, Verena's still putting in work, but I'm gonna need an upgrade. Because I'm so sick of Arrow Rover. I've not even leveled up Arrow Rover. Not touched that motherfucker at all. Let's see here. I can shortcut this as well. I already have a 110 value to go there. And I need a... Oh no, the 230 gets skipped. Wait, why does 230 get skipped over? This is 110, which we have. 140s on that. 170s on that. Oh wait, no, it's because it's a 200 I have a value for. Okay, cool. Arrow Rover gives me aneurysms? Why? What? 382. Uh, 423 6758. Okay, I have 260. uh, 6, 5. Let's see, 290. 647. 801 Oh wait, I also... Oh my fucking god. Oh no, those are all fucked up because I'm using... Dude. I'm not logged in. Oh wait, were all these calcs using 150? Oh my god, they fucking were. Oh, why do I do this to myself? They were all using the 150 from earlier. Yippee. Alright, running it back. Oops, it's... Oh, well. Try and get Chimera Knight. Alright, sounds good, man. Yeah, let me know what happens. Okay, 110 strike. 334 makes sense. Surely. Wait, I'm fucking paranoid now. Let me see. It's on 256, yeah. 8. It's fine, those won't be touched. This 20% is coming from her having 2 stacks already. So this is the focus stacks. That's what we're changing. 10%, 10%. Okay. Yeah, we're good. It should all be correct. Okay. 4, 108, 73. 140. 371. 45260. 95. 170. No, we skip over 170 straight to 200. 446. 141. 472. 230 is 483. 459.033. And then Spire is 150 base, no additive potential, and 260 additive. Okay, so that's going to be 5,9, 5,3, 6, 5. By the 9 hits it's going to do. And then we can add the 10 back in. We can drop this back to 100%. And throw that as 0 for a second. Okay. It out damages, but it's not by a crazy amount on short combos. The super dimensional tunnel? Where's it falling behind? Okay, it's never falling behind, it's just not, like, insanely ahead. Coach Path is. Don't worry, they're gonna get added to the Chaos Dungeon soon. I say Chaos Dungeon. I mean, Chaos Manifestation and Zero System. One second, I have emails to look at. Dude, I can't wait for the next calculations I have lined up. So, question mark branches into 2 separate question mark tiles. Which one is it? Fuck knows. 50 for my run, dude. Flip a coin. It's how I make a lot of my decisions. But no, the next damage calcs I'm gonna be doing. This is gonna sound really stupid, and it's because it is. What I'm gonna be working on is figuring out the fastest way, or at least a fast way, that I can one-shot 9/9 Kentress with Beryl. Because I did some napkin math the other day, and it should only take about 183 turns. Potentially less if I build correctly. Now the question is, can I live for like over 150 turns? Which I think I can. I just need to lock in on my fucking Kali. No, listen, he doesn't have scaling morale. His morale doesn't scale. It only goes up to as many fucking blue goobers as he has. So as long as I can survive all the blue goobers, we're good. I'm thinking like Mika, Khalip, Beryl. And I just do nothing but sustain the whole time. Does 3,000 damage on turn 10? We may have to adjust for that. That could be a problem. You aren't healing 3,000? No, but I could shield for almost that. No, you're lacking faith. You lack faith, my friend. This is what you're not understanding. If you believe hard enough, then surely 3,000 shield, no wait. Well, no, but you only need to shield enough to survive, and then you heal the next turn. It's not like he's doing 3,000 every turn. I hope. Otherwise, there may be problems. Nah. I will find out eventually. But yeah, if it's literally not possible, I won't bother. But I do want to see if there's a way. 2,000 per turn? I'll figure something out. I will figure something out. Honestly, the hardest part is just going to be getting a deck that actually works to do that. $1 million damage Malin Spire? 1 million? No. I've seen some hard-hitting Spires. I don't think I've seen 1 million. Also, sorry, Apex, to answer your question, at least with a short combo, it's not insanely better. it is better. Like 100%, it is better. Undeniably, but it's not that much better. Like, you're not doing anything crazy better with her. But I need to work out the long one, so that's what we're gonna do next. Let's see. So we can carry over the 110, and we can carry over the 200. Okay. It's one of those mobs that stacks morale until the shield is broken for 141 turns. Jesus. Yeah, people have done some crazy shit in this game, which honestly I love. It's so good, man. I'm glad that like we can do shit like that in this game. Six, 3, 7. 4, 8. 7, 7. What? Better short fights, right? Um. Well, yeah. The longer the fight goes on, the better the higher damage dealer will get. So, like, for example, the difference here is like we'll just round it. It's about 150 damage. If you do 2 rotations, well, now she's 300 damage up. If you do another rotation, now she's 450 damage up. So for longer fights, Scarlet gets better and better just because she's the one who's doing more damage. What's it? Just replicate that, but instead a guy who doesn't want to fight back, it's 9-9 Kentress. And 9-9 Kentress one. Yeah, 9-9 Kentress is an aggressive one. I've not done like any proper attempts because I'm waiting to get a good Meilin deck. And dude, I'm gonna be honest, I don't spend as much time playing the game as some people might think I do. I spend a lot more time looking at spreadsheets than actually playing the game. But I should play more, to be fair. I've just been really busy playing like Where Winds Meet and stuff. And trying to fucking keep up with the guild and shit. But it is not easy. Uh 8, 3, 0, 3, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, and also to the point of long versus short fights, by the way, outside of 9-9 Kentress, bearing in mind these are my actual Meilin stats, which could be much better, right? Do you really think anything is surviving 7,000 damage? And also, this is talking about the defense of Kentress. And this is the level 30 Kentress, not the level 40 Kentress. Oh, sorry. This is the stage 3 Kentress, not the stage 4 Kentress. But like general enemies, not much is really living 7,000 damage. So like, look, if something has like 4,000 health and you're comparing Scarlet to Douglas, the answer is the enemy is not living. Like, okay, lucky. I know that like some of the bosses at the end of Chaos are also very tanky, yes. But there's a lot of enemies that are not surviving 7,000 damage. And again, if you... Another thing to keep in mind, by the way, I'm calculating this with no elemental advantage and with no crit. And with a low level fucking passion piece. Okay, here you go. You want to see a number? Let me show you a number. Okay. So, we're just gonna take 40% from the other thing. We're gonna talk 150%, because we're talking about Spire here. Just gonna lose out on this. We're gonna throw an advantage. We're gonna throw in 180% crit. We're gonna throw in a max elemental boost, which is, I believe, 16%, but let me double check. Yep, 16%. Okay. And then we're talking long combo Spire, which is 320% additive. And we're talking a Spire that's doing 12 hits. How many enemies are living 23,000 damage? Kind of an ideal. Okay, this one down here is, this one up here is much more reasonable. This only requires 3 cards. Armada, Unity, Unity. I guess Spire as well. It requires 4 cards, because the upgrade you can do on another turn. With card draw, this is not unreasonable to ask for. And if you wanted to do this, then we change this to 230. And this is only hitting 9 times. Like, you're still hitting for nearly 15,000. And again, these stats up here could definitely be better. Oh, by the way, this is also wrong. This is 50. It's at level 50, 76. I don't know what it's at level 60, but it's higher than this. Affection can also go up to, I believe it's 21. The max level for the equipment is like, I think it was 80, if I'm not mistaken. Like, there's more room for improvement as well. But yeah, if it lives 1 combo, it's not living 2. Oh, and then also, this is just talking about Spire itself. The actual damage here was 6,000. And that only made up, I don't know what percent of that it makes up. 2,500. 3,000. So it makes up more than half of this damage. But still, that means what, you want to take like 10k from this, you're talking 25,000. 2 combos of that's 50,000. Like, it, you can definitely get out of hand. Yo, what's up, Ghost? How you doing? Welcome. Okay, back to this. Another strike for 290. Oh, I need to fix, hold up. Remove the crits, remove advantage. Change the card base back. Okay. Yeah, that should be correct. 558, does that look about right? Yeah, it does. 17, 7, 6, 5, 8. Okay. And then we play Sovereignty, which is 300 base. Doesn't benefit from this. And is at 320%. So, 936. 1. And then Spire, which is 350%. And it's a 150 base. Change Douglas attack? Yeah, when I go back to these, I will. Yeah. I will do, I'll do it now just so I don't forget in future, but yeah. There should also be 3. There should be 0.05. And then, yeah, I'll change that to 0 as well. Same with this. Okay. Is that? Okay, yeah, that should be correct. So then 4, 5, 6, 4. 9363. By its 12 hits. Okay. Still pretty close. This is about 119k. Or yeah, this is 119k. And this is 119.50. Terrible nephew had a temper tantrum and my table was the victim. Oh no. That is that's rough. Is the nephew okay though? Like rip the table, but is the nephew okay? Yeah, so looking at these, it is way closer than I thought it would be. Like way closer than I thought it would be. I thought there was no way that Douglas was ever better than Scarlet, and it is actually neck and neck. By the end of the combo, we're talking 50 damage difference. And then for short combo, where we had 6,800, so we have about 150 damage. Interesting that it got closer the longer the combo went on. Spire's hitting for 921. Wait, Spire is hitting harder? That's interesting. Is flat attack though? Yeah. That's so interesting though that Douglas actually has a stronger Spire. Is that true here as well? No, it's not. That's weird. Hold on, let me see. Okay, let me check something quickly. So I want to check this on long combo, I guess. So I might be doing this the wrong way around, I don't remember. Okay. So this is comparing. Why is this one lower? So this strike is 520 for Douglas. That came out to 530. Huh. I'm wondering if I've done something wrong or if it actually just comes out to this. Oh, wait, hold on. Scrap all this. Ignore this. It's very close. Don't forget, he does have 10 additive that he shouldn't have. It's only 10, but that should be the difference maker. So, okay, let's take a look at Spire for a second. So this Spire is... Okay, hold on. And I do want to check this for a level 60. Level 50 Douglas. Hold on. 150. This final Spire is hitting for 320. In an ideal. By 12. Let me just check I can replicate the number before I change things. Why is one higher than the other here? Oh, equipment flat. This should be 74. Okay, so that's the exact number. So now we change this. Okay, and we lose 200 damage. Which puts him back below. Right, let me go ahead and change this now. This should be 8352 107 269. 769. Okay. And then this 9x spire with 230 multiplier is actually 5136 54597 597. Okay. I need to go back to sovereignty calc, so I'll do that in a second. Okay, yeah, so she's stronger across the board. I'm gonna crash out. You still trying to get that Chimera Knight? Let me just quickly adjust the other ones as well while we're here. This is a 290 sovereignty. That's actually 904 811 6208. I also need to recalc that sovereignty. So 350 on this one. Let me just check I get the same value. I do, but we need to switch this out. So the sovereignty should be 873 6 2 5 3 4. And then if I change this to 150, this is the 9x, so 260. Wait, why is this higher now? Oh, because I'm doing it on the wrong place. It's this here. This should be 260. 60. 260. That's. But let me add this back in to make sure it lines up. Yeah, it's the 5005. Okay. So this should actually be fucking 48 72 617 269. This one needs to change as well. So that spire is 12x with 380. 380 12. And that should be, yeah, slightly lower. 8268. 6835. Okay. I'm running into an elite battle. Oh god. Okay. So, I don't know if I fixed that sovereignty. Let me just double check. So that should be 300. This sovereignty is hitting at 350%. 873. Okay, I had to change it. Cool. Okay. Right. Values are fixed now. I can also take this off the notepad. Okay. Oh, there we go. 11600, 11700. Okay, so it's the same situation here, where on a shorter combo, Douglas is hitting harder, but in a perfect world, Lillian is technically ever so slightly higher. And then over here, Scarlet is just better. Yeah, Scarlet literally just is better. For some reason, there's one moment where she's doing less damage than Douglas. I don't know what happened here. But yeah. Interesting that Douglas seems to be scaling quicker. Really weird. I guess because the attack stuff, but yeah. Anyway, so yeah. So between Lillian and Douglas, okay. Firstly, if you don't have P5 Lillian, go Douglas. Just literally just go Douglas. If you do have P5 Lillian, man, it really depends on what your combo is. If you're using Spire often, you should be going Douglas because Douglas's Spire hits harder. Yeah. Spire and Sovereignty. Although also, it takes 6 strikes for it to make a difference. Like, literally, if you even play 5 strikes, Douglas is better. You need to be somehow playing 6 strikes for Lillian to get the advantage. And also, actually, no, and also don't forget this is with no multipliers, because with multipliers this changes. Like we were looking at before. So honestly, I think Douglas is just overall going to be better than Lillian, but it's not better than Scarlet. And let me do one more thing here. So 10, looking at strike. We're talking about having elemental weakness. We're talking about critting for, let's say again, 180%. I'm not going to include vulnerable for this. We're talking a mech boost of 0.16. The rest of this we can leave. We're comparing 2 hard-hitting strikes. So we'll take the extreme again of 260, 340, which is kind of unrealistic. 260, yeah, 260, 340. So 260, 340. And if we look at something like Eye of the Eyeless, still not enough. We talk Eye of the Eyeless and a fresh Detonite Injector, still not enough. Max Detonite Injector, still not enough. God damn, still not enough. What the fuck? Okay. Now let's check the more realistic version of 200 to 250, because that's where things tend to be closer. Again, so that's higher. Let's just take a look at Eye of the Eyeless. Okay. Okay. So yeah, to kind of wrap up the thoughts on that, if you have Scarlet, run Scarlet. Scarlet is going to be better, no matter what you're doing. Shorter combo, longer combo, doesn't matter. I will even go ahead and drop this up here. Let's see. There's a strike here missing. Okay, yeah. At every point except for this one area, which is either just a weird anomaly or me making a mistake, Scarlet is always going to be decently better. In fact, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Ah. Oh, hold on. Okay. So Scarlet is gonna be like 6.74% better than Douglas on average. But if you don't have Scarlet, between Douglas and Lillian, realistically, Douglas is gonna be better because it's not likely you're going to be getting your strike up to over 300%. And as long as you literally grab yourself an Eye of the Eyeless, you'll be doing better. Surprisingly, not that much. It's not that much at all. It's actually very close. Like, I would argue it is just not worth getting Scarlet. Like, if you get Scarlet, sure. I don't think it's worth buying her out the store, honestly. Like, you can max dupe a 3-star for close enough performance. Up to 1,000%? Yeah, you're going to be talking multipliers and stuff, though. Like, I'm talking additive, like, plus 300% from, like, an Armada. Because once you start including multipliers, Douglas is favored. So, in your situation, with 1,000%, you should definitely be going Douglas. Like, what would you even need to get it up to 1,000? 3. Yeah, Douglas is up by over 100 damage. Here's what happens if we do this. Yeah, at that point, even if you are hitting the bullshit additives, like, he's out damaging by that point. 23 cards played. Also, it was additive. Goddamn. I mean, sure, high enough additives. He still wins because the multiplier is just bullshit. Yeah. Yeah, if you can get 700% additive, yeah, he wins. That was crazy gap, yeah. It's pretty insane. In fact, we can actually do I'll do the same thing I did here. So go one below, that's fine. So I need to do this, but then what are these referencing? Yeah, those are referencing some wild cells. Oh, hold on, let me just do this. So we take yes, I know you can't divide by 0. Fuck off. Okay. Uh 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I think I shouldn't technically include the grand totals, but whatever. Actually, wait, no, yeah, I shouldn't be including the grand totals. I'm using the wrong sets. Hold on. This should be taking the individual values, not the grouped values. That one. Okay. So, yeah, Douglas kind of gaps Lillian. Lillian is doing not even 80% of the damage that Douglas does. If I'm reading this properly. Wait, am I not reading this properly? Douglas is doing more here. Wait. Dude, my own brain is fried. I just don't know how math works. Because this is saying that, okay, this is saying that this is 90% of this. But that doesn't add up. Douglas is not doing 80% of Lillian's damage. Because this is literally higher. And this is literally the same. Oh, wait, hold on. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Is that why? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, firstly, the divider was fucked. I had it at 16, it was meant to be 13. Spies the bulk of the damage, that could be to do with it as well, yeah. But then also, um, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I guess just a really bad way to do it because this is literally a higher number. Whatever. Fuck off. Point being, Douglas is the GOAT. And scales more than Lillian. Have I really forgotten how percentages work? That's 97%? Jesus. That is way more than I thought it would be. But okay, yeah. So this is how much Lillian's doing compared to him. And then we can do the same thing here, where it's almost identical. Yeah. So yeah, I think it is because Spire is front-loading a lot of the damage. So you definitely want to make sure you're using Spire on him. Because if you're not... Yeah, like Lillian is out-damaging if you're not using Spire. Not by much, but she is out-damaging. Again, this is no buffs, though. Once we start talking about with buffs, it's not even close. And we can drop this additive to like 400. With a 1.2 there. Yeah, 88%. Ignore that this says Marianne. Okay. That was productive. I will probably make the video on that either tomorrow or the day after. We'll see. I want to make sure if there's anything else I want to look at first. And I kind of want to get a Mei Lin deck to try and show off some of this damage in game. So we'll see if I get any fucking luck doing that. You're heading out? I think I'm going to, yeah. It's been a decent 3 hours. I have gacha stuff to sadly do. Oh, thanks for the Prime sub, dude. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. But yeah, and then we'll see. Either tomorrow I'll do the video and then I'll stream the day after, or I'll stream tomorrow and then do the video the day after. We'll see how I'm feeling. Really fun. Yeah, dude, it's nice to have other people to nerd out with about this stuff. So sometimes in my Discord we get a little nerdy with things. But normally I'm the one with all the stupid spreadsheets. But yeah, we nerd out sometimes in the Discord, which is nice. Thanks for the info. It's really helpful. No worries, dude. I really enjoy doing this stuff. I'm just glad people enjoy seeing it. And honestly, dude, at the end of the day, my goal in life is to be second monitor content. Like, if me listening to music and looking at spreadsheets is background noise for someone, I'm honestly happy with that. Josh Strife Hayes has inspired me to be second monitor content. But yeah. Don't worry, you're a first monitor. I only have one monitor. You could throw me on the phone. Have me propped up under the monitor. Alright. Thank you all for being here. Again, either tomorrow or the day after will be the next stream. Whichever day I don't stream is probably because I'm doing the video. Yeah. I'll hopefully see you all very soon. Stay safe, everyone.